Hey, this is Life with Sean Renee here, back with another video. Like, comment, subscribe. More videos on the way on period. This video is about best friend does the unthinkable. Let's watch the video.
Picture this. You and your best friend been friends for 10 years and she decides to come for your graduation weekend and she gets here on a Wednesday. The Wednesday that she gets here is the first day that you're able to get your stuff out of storage because your house flooded with sewage in February and you have been homeless up until that point, and that was the first day you were back into your place. Because your uncle will be staying with you, you decide to give her the bedroom so that she could feel safe. Your uncle the couch because he's like 6'7", and you were going to eat it and sleep on the floor on an air mattress. Thursday has arrived, and because your uncle is 3 days older than you, you tell your friends don't mess with your uncle, and you tell your uncle don't mess with your friends. Barbara notices that Philip is so busy flirting with one of my friends that she takes it upon herself to have a conversation with my mother about it, and my mother told her, well, they know how Ashley is. Left it at that. Later on to Thursday night, Philip and Barbara are adamant that they want to go out. I don't really want to go out. Graduation's next day. I literally had finals up to that Thursday. I didn't want to do anything, but I was like, you know what, whatever, I'll humor you. Both of them are tall, so I decided to let her drive my car and him take the passenger seat. She's so busy flirting with him that she crashes my car into the back of another vehicle. You would think at that point that it's time to go back to my house and lay down like I wanted to begin with, but no, they were still adamant about going out. Anyways, we finally get back to my house. I go to sleep on the floor. I wake up in the middle of the night. Philip is not on the couch. Weird. I get up to go to the bathroom and I'm hearing noises come from my room. I open the door. They're laying in my bed, watching a movie on a laptop. I'm uncomfortable. I think it's weird, but whatever. I use the bathroom, go lay back down. I wake up about 7:30, 7:45 because I have to go get my makeup done. It's the day of graduation. Barbara's like, do you have the space to have a conversation with me? I was like, sure, I'll make the space have time. What's up? She starts to tell me how she's feeling sad because she doesn't really get along with her family, doesn't have a good relationship with them, and she'll never have a moment where her family will come and celebrate her like this. So we had that conversation. I pour into her. I reassure her, do all the things. Okay, great. She then proceeds to tell me how she thinks she likes my uncle and how him and I have the same personality and he's like a male version of me. It doesn't really register at that time, so I'm just like, oh, okay, because I'm more focused on going to go get my makeup done at this point. Anyway, they drop me off to go get my makeup done, and they go to the venue where they need to set up the decorations for where we're going to have my celebratory dinner. They come back and pick me up, and this is the moment that I clocked in that they were flirting, because not only were they talking a certain way, they were like exchanging information, and I was like, oh, okay. But again, this is the day of my graduation. I'm not trying to be in conflict with anybody, so I don't say anything. We get back to my house, and they decided they were going to leave to go get breakfast, even though I told them that I was leaving at 2:15, whether they were ready or not. We had like an hour to get ready. So they changed their mind and get a DoorDash instead. She's helping me straighten my wig, and she is talking to me about my uncle. Keeping it a buck, I don't want to talk about her and my uncle. But really, I don't want to talk about anybody other than me in this moment because, again, this is the day of my graduation. But whatever, I humor the conversation and don't say anything. I'm asking my uncle to like do something. We're dressing and ready to leave. I'm asking him to do something. And me and my uncle, because we grew up together, he is like picking at me and he knows when he's getting a button. So finally, I told him I was going to beat him up. I am 5'3", he is 6'7". I know I cannot beat him up. But she interjects and it's like defending him. And I go, don't do that. I don't need you interjecting in anything that him and I got going on. Like, pipe down. That really bothered me. Anyway, we get to graduation, everything happens, and we go to the venue where we're having dinner. Another situation happened at the venue that I'm not going to go into too much detail about, but I checked her. Don't include him in our stuff. This is our thing we have going on. If I want him included in what you and I are doing, I will include him. I don't need you including him. Anyway, so my in-town friends, my local friends, some of them come and we're discussing what we're going to do now that dinner and everything is over. Everybody with their families is done and now we can go have time. And in the middle of us trying to figure this out, Barbara keeps saying, well, Philip and I need to go to the house. Philip and I need to do this. Philip and I, blah, blah, blah. And I'm getting really annoyed because, one, I had already said that I was going to go back to the house because I also wanted to change. Number two, I just had a conversation with you about advocating for him. I don't need you to tell me anything about him. And number three, why are you so adamant that you need to leave and you need to do this as if I'm not going to be doing it with you? Because after all, you came here to like hang out and spend time with me, right? We are going to be doing things together, like pipe down. Anyway, we go out to the club. Now, one of the girls I knew had a section at the club, so we go upstairs saying hi to everybody. Philip sits down in the corner. Mind you, there are other men because some of my friends are in a relationship and there are males in my friend group. He sits down in a chair in the corner and Barbara is standing in between his legs as if they're a couple. So my local friends look at me and they can tell I'm upset because they knew I was upset at the venue when we were having dinner. Two of them pulled me downstairs, buy me a drink. They're like, did they know each other prior to this? Like, are they in a relationship? I said, no, they met yesterday. They said they met yesterday. I said, yes, they met yesterday. So at this point, I'm down there with my friends because they know that, like, I feel disrespected at this point, whatever. At a certain point, my sister comes up to me and tells me that Barbara and Philip left the club. I'm like, what do you mean they left? She said they left. Mind you, they have my keys. They have my credit card. They have some of my stuff on them. So even if I wanted to leave, I couldn't leave because they have my car. But at this point, me, my sister, and my friends were having a good time. A time is being had, and finally, Barbara and Philip make it back to the club. At this point, Barbara is now spending time with me. In about 5-10 minutes go by and a fight breaks out. We get kicked out of the club. In the midst of all this happening, Philip gets pepper sprayed. So me and my friends decide we're going to the karaoke spot because the night is still young and a time is still being had. Philip doesn't want to go to the karaoke spot. And I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. You just got pepper spray. Here are my keys. Go back to my house. Now, ask yourself, did Barbara stay with me at the karaoke spot or did she go back to my house with Philip? If you said she went back to my house with Philip for $200, you would be correct. Now, me and my sister and my friends were at the karaoke spot having a time, and apparently something was happening with my lock at my house, and the locksmith would not let them in without the owner of the residence, so they called me, saying that they need to come get me because they can't get in. The locksmith won't let them in. I say, okay, mind you, I am having a time, so it's not really registering to me. They call me and let me know that they're outside, and not only are they outside, they didn't even pull into the parking lot. They stopped on the main street right before the red light and told me to get in. Now, because I'm the only one out there, I like just get in because, again, it's not registering to me because the time was being had, okay? They take me back to my house. I pay $80 for the locksmith to get in, and now I'm sitting on the couch, this very couch that I am sitting on right now. They are in the back of my house doing whatever it is that they're doing, taking showers and stuff, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to go back out because it's barely like 1 o'clock in the morning at this point. Driving is not an option because, again, the time was being had. Ubers were not a thing. None of my friends could pick me up because we were all having a time. And I realized, damn, I'm just going to have to go to bed. And I am so irritated by this. Whatever. I go take a shower, whatever, lay down. So I wake up in the middle of the night and somebody is still not on the couch. And this is where it really, really gets juicy.
Well, you had a time last night and you have a family friends and you bring your best friend and she interacts with your uncle. That is so disrespectful. And then on top of that, doing stuff in your room where you lay your head. I would have told her she gotta get a hotel room for her to be coming into my house and then disrespecting you like that. She don't really care about you like that because she would have respected you and she didn't respect you. I have part 2. I'm about to post this for tomorrow, actually Tuesday. But this is Life with Sean Renee, and I'm out. Bye.